friends, welcome to Friends and Bends with Srini and Sunny.
Thank you, Srini. Guys, this is the home for raw, unfiltered fan commentary with no corporate filters.
Yes, and please do subscribe our channel for more updates and for Ultimate Cricket Hub. And let's hang out here for Cricket Hub. Hey, fine man. How about you, Sunny? Long
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, long time. I know we've been talking a lot about our common interest, cricket. So I thought we should just meet over and then talk and probably record. So maybe, hopefully, it will help people. Let's see if we can bring in some comments, some opinions, and any debates. That's fine. Anyhow, happy
Here are
to hear.
views.
Yeah. So how's everything going?
As of now, everything is fine. Yeah, I can say that everything is fine, going on good. How about
So
yourself? How is life over there?
awesome, awesome. Everything's great. Thank you, thank you. Have you heard about this Women's World Cup T20 going on this year?
Yeah, I've been watching it and I'm waiting for semifinals. Actually, I believe. Yeah, I've been watching it for a while.
So have you watched the World Cup ODI World Cup last year, the Women's ODI?
Yeah, we did one. We did win, right?
Yeah. Did you follow the finals and the semifinals?
Yeah, semifinals and finals both. Yes,
Hmm, I'm glad.
both.
Were you surprised that India won, or did you expect them
Not
to win?
surprised because there were many big names: Smriti Mandana, Harmanpreet Kaur, and the newcomer Jamima Rodriguez in place of Shafali Sharma. So familiar names. Jamima Rodriguez was a surprise for semifinals.
Hmm. Yeah,
Her
indeed,
century, especially.
yeah, she played well. Yeah. The I think that was the match against Australia, which was very crucial for us. Yeah, that innings was very special indeed. Mm,
That got her name and fame and everything, and that is how people realized how important is women's ODI as well, women's cricket as well now.
yeah, to some extent, yes, I agree.
And also women's IPL. Even that brought when RCB won the RCB Smriti Mandana in her leadership, they won the first IPL, women's IPL, I guess.
no, sorry, I
Yeah.
disagree. Yeah. So, what's your? Let me go to this question. What's your recollection of the women's cricket? When did you start following? What's your earliest recollection you can think of? When did you start first heard about women's cricket? What brought you, and then what brought you interest? What's different about women's cricket that got you interested?
It's not about interest. The main interest is, I would say that Mithali Raj, who stays very close to my place, and she's from Hyderabad, and she stays very close to my place, where I used to see her. And when I saw her name first time when she was playing in 2002, I believe, with versus Australia, I was shocked. A lady from small town making it to international level, then I started following it.
Nice.
For me, it is Mithali Raj,
Okay.
completely
Anybody else?
Mithali.
Anybody else you can think of from the past or do you liked?
From from the past, yeah, a few more names I can give you, but not from Indian side, I guess, because Indian side I only recognize as that is I only recollect one name that comes to my mind is always Mithali Raj, who has been doing this. So that is one name I can give you. My, and also the famous quote that when Elvis Presley, not Elvis Presley, sorry, Australian captain, what's her name? Perry. She quoted that she would. There was a rumor that she was having an affair with Virat Kohli, the Australian women's captain.
What about it?
Ellis Perry. Ellis Perry.
Yeah.
Ellis Perry. Yeah,
How's it?
she
How's
retired
it?
from cricket now. So she's married.
You're talking about the Mitali or Ellis Perry?
Ellis Perry. Ellis Perry.
You're saying she's retired?
Yeah, she's retired. She's no more into international cricket.
No, she's playing. She's in fact playing this World Cup.
Hey, no man. I guess she's retired. I'm not sure, but yeah.
She's playing this World Cup.
Let me check, let me check if she's playing or not. Is Let me do it. Quick search.
Yeah, Meg Lanning, I think, was one of the Australia's finest captains, woman captain. She retired recently. Um,
Alice Perry. Yeah, she's playing. Yeah, sorry. My mistake. My bad.
so here's my take on my recollection on women's cricket. Yeah, I also remember Mitali Raj. I know she lived in our neighborhood. I I used to. In fact, her dad used to work in a bank, and I would go visit the bank on some weekday mornings on some weekdays. And my dad was a good friend of the her dad. Just as
That
a
sounds great. That sounds
um,
great. Have you ever met her?
no, I never met. I met her dad, but I didn't know she was a she was a big cricketer. But yeah, that was it. And yeah, and then I did watch. I would follow news of women's cricket some in and out, but really nothing exciting that really got me to follow diligently. But really the point when I started following women's cricket was I think this was maybe 2016, or there was a there was a innings which really changed, in my opinion, changed my interest in women's cricket, and also the turning point for Indian cricket. Uh, so that was the innings Harmanpreet Kaur played, and this was in 2017 Women's World Cup, right? And I remember watching this innings because this was a first innings batting, right? And Harmanpreet Kaur played 171, not out, against Australia.
Oh my.
This was compared similarly on the lines with Kapil Dev's 175 against Zimbabwe in
Against West Indies.
no, it was Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe, when everybody was all out and he stood single-handedly. And at that time, women's
And he
cricket,
didn't even realize that he broke the world record. I still remember that
is
in
it?
the movie. Yeah, in the movie, in Kapil Dev's autobiography movie, which was there in Ranveer Kapoor, he doesn't even realizes that he broke the world record of more runs in an ODI cricket.
Yeah, yeah. So this particular innings really changed my drifted me towards my interest and my interest in women's cricket peaked. Especially, I mean, obviously, everybody wants your national team to win. And what I particularly liked about Harmanpreet, and what most people love about her, is the way she bats. She's a out and out uh, slogger. I mean, her hitting is so brutal that she can. If I mean, you love with her bat swing, the high bat swing, and how she prepares for the ball, and you can tell that that ball is gonna go hard to the fence.
And one thing I would like to add to it, main reason for everything happening is Check the India. I'll tell you the reason why. Check the India movie, basically it's a hockey movie, we know it. But the moment the we won the World Cup and Check the India song was played, if you recollect, in 2007 we won the first T20 World Cup, right? Men's, I'm talking about men's, and people started following it as well. women's cricket as well. So there is a lot of similarities, if you agree with me on that.
Could be, yeah. Yeah, could be the pulse of yeah. It's just a yeah, just a psychological observation. Yeah, no, no, no. Obviously, there are many factors. Yeah, one of them you are right. But what my what I believe was Harmanpreet Kaur's brutal batting, the innings that got us into the semifinal, because India was never really qualified, getting past the qualifiers into the finals, and never winning any major tournaments up till then. And this really pushed us beyond. And obviously, men like what why do people watch cricket? Because you watch, you like the people, everybody, most people like to be batsmen. They like to see the ball getting hit out of the park, sixes. You like to see sixes go, right? And Harmanpreet's batting was connected really well with the male audience also, like me, and which got me more interested. And what was disappointing was the what was yeah in the finals we lost against England, and Mithali was captaining the squad, and I was watching the finals keenly, like many others who really started following. Up till then, nobody knew. I didn't knew who Harmanpreet Kaur was, but yeah, the finals were disappointing. I was disappointed with Mithali because she was one. There was a picture, if you remember, from that final match where match is going on. India is chasing. It's a very, I mean, there's a debate. India could have. Let me see who won the toss. Who won the toss? Oh yeah, England won the toss. England elected to bat anyways. Yeah, India had no power on it. But yeah, when we were chasing 228, I think Mithali, the openers were playing well or somewhat. Mithali was no openers got out quickly. Mithal, there was a picture from there's a image from that World Cup some where Mithali was reading a book. So she was very that image really captivated the audience because of she felt like she was very cool. She was leading this pack of Harmanpreet Kaur and others. Yeah, I really got that really got a bit famous. Maybe got everybody's Mithali got everybody's eyes. But on the final, I think she got run out. The way she got run out was very disappointing. She was very lazy in getting the bat across, and I was very disappointed as a captain.
But you
Yes.
also need to agree on one fact that Mithali Raj is one of the world's finest player, and she has won Wisden leading woman cricketer of the year in the world in 2017, and she has been Arjuna Award winner in 2003 and Padma Shri as well, and Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award in 2021. Say Adam, say we do have pros as well and pro nons as well for that.
Yeah, awards are great. Awards are given, but I would think I would put.
Awards come when they perform. They have performed it. It's only one game. You cannot decide it. That is what I meant. So maybe she was reading book for a passion. Maybe to relax her stress. That could be one reason. Why don't you think in that way?
I disagree because Mithali's captaincy did not win any trophy. Soon after that, I started following women's cricket more keenly, and I think that at that point she should have retired, but she kept on the captaincy, and then we she got another chance for 2021 World Cup, ODI World Cup, where we lost again. We lost from the groups. We didn't even qualify. It was very bad. And after this innings, I think Harmanpreet's innings, BCCI started considering if we should have a women's Premier League, and then that's when I think BCCI said we'll have a trial run. So they created three teams of Mithali, Smriti, and then Harmanpreet as captains, and then they were named randomly. It wasn't any franchise or sold to any business or company. But what happened was this particular innings, there was a match where everybody plays two matches, right, with each other, and whoever wins most
Yeah.
plays the final. Simple format. This first match, Mitali's team maybe have won with Smriti. Smriti's team may have won against Armanpreet. But what happened was the third match where Mitali Raj's team was needed to chase this match to win, but she did not win that match deliberately because all she needed was to score something to stay to be eligible for final. That's it, and they weren't going for the win. That was very sad, and everybody started hating. And eventually, our Mithali's team went to the final, and they lost with Harmanpreet. But I did not like that. That intention. They see my opinion is Mithali also said she would love to quit after 2009 World Cup. I think she started playing very early on. She was brought on very early. But then the thing is, these are older batsmen. Their batting styles are very suitable for ODI and Test mostly. T20 is a newer
Correct.
format. If you see smarter people like Sachin, Dravid, Ganguly, they quit left out because they knew they were. It requires more agility. It requires more perform. Every ball you have to be out. You have to strategize every ball. And these people are very relaxed. They don't want to lose their composure. They look for a longer version as their strength. But yeah, so these people should have retired. But what I felt bad was Harmanpreet, the Mithali carrying on till 2022 sometime until she was forced to retire.
So
And there was
until
also
and
a rift.
unless one thing was there was no one who objected it. That could be one reason. But it's good that she retired and she agrees for it. Now there is a rumor as well that Harmanpreet and Mithali they don't talk to each other.
Yeah, they didn't like each other because
They
there was a
don't
post.
like. Eventually, they don't like each other. When India women's team won the World Cup last year, I still remember the mic was given to Mithali to ask few questions to Harmanpreet, wherein she asked only one question about it was about team performance and that's it. And there was also some few other people as well. They were asking few other questions, but she was the only one who just asked one question, not more than that. And leaving apart from this, coming to this World Cup now, what do you think? Which contender is most powerful? Which are the teams which are powerful at this point of time? What's your choice? I mean,
So the
what's your
current
ask?
World Cup, I think the current World Cup is divided into two groups. Australia and India and South Africa, the one of the bigger teams are in the Group A. And Group B has England, New Zealand, West Indies as one of the top three. So the best thing is there's only two groups, and two qualifiers from each group will play semifinals. I think so far the for India, I think so far the results have been very predictable. I would say, except for New Zealand. I'm very disappointed with New Zealand because they lost two matches already out of the three, and I think they most likely they're not going to move to semifinals, which is disappointing. West Indies played really well. They are they are they're playing really well. I'm surprised that West Indies are playing really well, and Pakistan team also been very disappointing. They lost against Bangladesh. They lost all three matches. Um, England, as usual, England is a very strong team. England and Australia are obviously very strong, I would say. And South
It's
Africa
known
recently
fact that
have been,
cricket is born in England.
yeah.
So they are the official kind of my favorites. Truly for this World Cup is either from Group One it is Australia or India. From Group Two it is either England or West Indies.
Hmm.
These are the four teams might qualify for will qualify for sure. I'm in surprise they might in surprise you might expect New Zealand to come back if there is a possibility.
No, I don't think there's any possibility now. They lost matches, crucial matches. They lost. If you see New Zealand,
Hey,
who they lost.
they have two more matches now. One is with Scotland and England.
See, the problem is with New Zealand is they lost against West Indies and Sri Lanka. So he lost against Sri Lanka.
Oh my God.
So New Zealand still hasn't played against England. So most likely when New Zealand plays England, they have to beat England by any chance,
Any
right?
chance? Yeah.
Which is very difficult for them. Right? If
Now,
they
if you
hadn't
look at
lost with Sri Lanka, I would have given them a chance. But now, and
but looking but
but the
looking
World
at
Cup
the points,
is in England now,
but
so it's. Hmm.
yeah, but looking at the points table, don't you think that 6 points? Australia is standing at 6 points. India with 4 points with net run rate of two, and South Africa is at 4 points again with minus run rate. That's one thing that advantage for us. But on the group two, England again with 3 wins, straight 3 wins, 6 points, and West Indies 3 wins, 6 points. This is shocking again, as you said. You never expected someone from West Indies to win this. And New Zealand minus net run rate.
Yeah, I think England. I think before today's match, before today's India versus South Africa match, I was pitting that in India, if they win their Group One, if they win their last game match against Australia, that's the last match of the group matches scheduled. If they win against them, I felt that India has a better chance to win this World Cup because India would have played West Indies, the second
Yep,
runner up from the second best from the Group Two, and having the fact that New Zealand is not going to go through, I was little happy because the second winner from Group Two, I mean the second table topper from Group Two, would have been a easier team for India to handle rather than India playing England would be very tough. I thought if India can win Australia, their race to final would have been easier. But now India losing to South Africa, now I think they have a must win game with Australia. Why?
yep.
Because if in let's say even even if India wins, right? Australia Australia has a better run rate. South Africa has to beat South Africa has to beat Australia, and then that makes them on all three on even points. Right? Otherwise, if South Africa loses against, I mean, like clear chances are India has to beat Australia to go to semifinals, right? That's it. That's it for India. India has to beat Australia because South Africa has already lost to Australia in the beginning.
And what do you think about today's match? What went wrong, and what are your feelings? I mean, what made? Because as per toss was the main. I believe toss plays a crucial role, and we won the toss, and we elected to bat first.
Yeah. So here's my take on today's match. I think the match was toss was a key. Yes, toss was key. I heard the pitch was a newer pitch. This was not a reused pitch. It was a new pitch. India choosing to bat was also seemed like a good decision. But I think where India lost were 2 points. One is lack of using pacers on a fresh pitch. Pace and seem to have really worked well. If you look at Australia, sorry, South Africa, Ismail bowled really well. Ismail and then Marizan Cape got,
That
got
was wonderful. The
got three
Smriti
wickets, I
Mandana's
think.
wicket.
Yeah, and Marizan Cobb got 3 wickets. These are all. He's a medium pacer, and Ismail bowled really well to get Harmanpreet. The inside cutter was really well. I think the pace India relied too much on the leg breakers off spinners, and India played 4 spinners, and they didn't utilize their pace bowling fully. I think that's where the match
True.
really changed. And the
And
other thing,
also you need to understand that there was a good start. Smriti Mandana and Shefali gave a good start to India, wherein we were at if I'm not wrong, 3 overs, we were at 30, and the middle order collapsed. Middle order collapsed, like what's her name? Jasprit or uh, Jemima Rodriguez, and the other lady, uh, I forget her name. Can you check that
Bhatia,
once?
Yasmita Bhatia.
Yeah, Yashmita Bhatia. The run rate was slow, and they made it very slow, and they were like playing like it was not like T20. It was like taking runs very slowly, and the run rate came down. And all of a sudden, when wickets started falling up, again Harmanpreet Kaur and Richa Ghosh, they used up the partnership again. They built up the partnership, and it was good. And one more thing is, this is Harmanpreet Kaur's 200 match as a T20. It is
How
really
does
so
that
sad
matter?
to me.
How
It
does
really
that matter?
matters. No, for me it matters because being a captain and playing for a country 200 match for our own, she couldn't win the match for me, from my point of view.
Yeah, I think the second point I was saying where India lost was the two drop catches, three drop catches. Radha Yadav, who was a substitute, she dropped two catches of Marizan Cup, and then there was another catch which was dropped by Nandini, I think. But yeah, those two catches, those are the two areas I would say where we lost, not using pace bowling fully, and then the drop catches.
But
Match
this smart,
still went on to the thrilling to the last over, but I think India, my opinion on the batting was India was doing great. The India's run rate was 9 when Smriti fell.
no, on this pitch you can't expect it to be 9. I was expecting it to be at least 170, 170 at least, because it's a new pitch. It has been played. It has not been played, and the dew factor comes into picture. So you need to have a good runs on the board. And moreover, if you look at the batting order, South Africa went with 5 all-rounders this time. If you look their lineup, they have 5 all-rounders, and we have only one seamer. That was the biggest problem, as you said.
We had two seamers, Arundhati Reddy, and there was a new seamer. She is debuting today,
She's the
Prema
debuting
Rawat.
today. Yeah,
Prema Rawat.
Rawat. Two seamers.
So I think India's run rate was very good. Somewhere until the middle, they were until ninth over they were going about 9 runs per over. I was always watching the run rate, and then it dropped after Harmanpreet. Just before the fourth wicket fell, it dropped to 7.8, and then it just stayed till 7.8, and now we can see 158 out of 7 is really the same. What is 7.9 run rate? I wish they hit 180, which should have been 9 run rate, 9 per
Yeah,
over. But yeah, this 12 runs would have been impactful, but yes, it would have made the game tighter. But I think Marizan Cup really looked looked like she wanted to win this. When she took the
she
wicket of
was.
Priti, she was very fired up. I think she took it up on herself to win this game. Maybe because Chris, sorry, that maybe because they lost the final against India in the ODI last year, ODI World Cup.
Yes, yes.
Maybe she was fired up to win. So. So yeah, this could have been on our side. What I like about Harman, so yeah, let's move on to something else. Yeah, what I like about something about this game or this team is Harmanpreet Kaur is constantly innovating with the batting. For example, today Yastika came early on, which I liked because um, she um, she she was playing finisher up till today. About Harmanpreet as a captain is she's always uh, as a
She's
selection
aggressive.
selection is very unique. I mean, she doesn't shy away from picking new players. And when you look, the World Cup when we won, when I was looking through the squad and with some of the matches I was taking a glance, the squad was random. It wasn't just same people, same players playing all the time. It was all new players. And what I like about that is she's her and maybe the selection team is always constantly picking newer talent. That is what I really like about. They're not shying away from dropping people if they don't perform well in couple of matches. For example, Jemima Rodriguez for Rodriga World Cup. I was a big fan of her actually before this ODI World Cup too. For past 5 years, I was very big good fan of her because I loved. She's a very proper batsman. She's a very proper Mumbai
She
style
has
batsman.
a unique style of playing, and she has a unique style of playing. If you remember Nayan Mongia, she has that style of playing, bending towards, leaning towards the ball and picking up the ball at the right moment. That is what I feel. And one thing that I wanted to add, the major impact was Sriyanka's Patil injury. We lost one all-rounder, right?
Mhm.
Don't you think that would if that person was there, that person Sriyanka Patil was there would have more impact on batting?
I don't think so. Because she plays very late down the order. I think Chris. I think we were always already targeting nine. Nine could have been nine was the best. Nine run rate was the best we could have done it, right? We beyond nine. I don't think we could have hit beyond nine. So even if we had hit nine, I think we were only short by 12 runs. Having said nine, right? 180. Sorry, 180
180.
was
So
22 runs
22
short.
runs.
22 runs. Yes. Um, yeah, we were maybe an all-rounder short. Yes, yes, maybe you're right. An all-rounder, a slogger. We were missing a slogger.
So instead
Maybe
of
that
that,
could be it.
instead of taking her, we should have bought Minu money into the team. But I don't know why the selection did not happen. She was
Hmm.
not selected for the World Cup squad. She would have called up as a replacement for as the replacement. Don't you think that she plays well?
Who was that?
Minu money,
Minu Money.
Minu money.
Um, um, yeah, one thing, Chris, is that I'm not as a cricket commentator or
No, no.
um,
I'm talking about she is one of the all rounders who has been playing cricket for a longer time. Like she started with her debut with 2023 in T20s, and she's been good at that, right? So I thought the she was well. She could have been a best choice as a replacement for Shriyanka Patil, on my opinion, my view.
we don't know. See, the thing is, they have to be in the squad. I think they go with a 15 or 16 member squad, and if anybody is injured, they only can substitute with the other who's sitting out,
Hmm.
who's already there out of the that pool of 15 or 16. They cannot fly somebody in unless the person is really injured permanently out of the World Cup. They cannot bring somebody in. Is Shriyanka Patil permanently out? Do you know? Was she like? Was she
No,
declared
she's
fully out?
permanently out now. Yeah, she's permanently out now. As per my
Uh,
knowledge, the report says the same that she is permanently out of the World Cup now.
okay, I see. Yeah, so they brought Shriyanka Patel. So they brought Prema Rawat, who's a bowler, not an all-rounder. And you're
So,
saying Minu Mani would have been better. You're saying.
yeah, Minumani is an all-rounder. She bowls a medium pacer.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I agree with you. Then I think they should have replaced all-rounder with an all-rounder. It's as simple as that.
See, when
I
you want to replace someone who is a all-rounder, she should have been replaced with an all-rounder.
right.
So now there are few things missed catches as you said, and even they I should appreciate South African teams going with five all rounders. Trust me, I've never seen any team going with five all rounders.
Hmm, true. Yeah, I think I agree with you. Maybe if they really had a chance to fly in somebody new, they should have gone for a all-rounder, power hitter, rather than just a plain simple bowler. Um, yeah, that's where I think we lost the 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 choice of. I think we miscalculated who would make an impact. And Deepti Sharma, I think there's over reliance on her on across all formats. She can now be considered a veteran because every format I see she's playing. She's a impactful player. But the problem
She's
is,
like Bumrah. She's like Bumrah now. I can say
yeah,
Lady Bumrah
yeah,
for me.
what happened is, Srini, this ODI World Cup I was talking when Mithali Raj played her last 2023 tours, right? What happened is that that was one of the last group matches India needed to win. And in that last match, India was defending some runs, and I think Deepti Sharma bowled a very bad no ball. If that no ball was not bowled, India possibly could have gone in. But that is when but it's okay. It could have gone any direction. It was a thriller in first place. Went down to the wire. The other thing is, I think, look, when you have three formats, my feeling is, when you have three formats and you have an aging player, you should stop over relying on them. You should start looking for fresh, because these players are not going to be there
Yes.
forever, right? You can use them for test. As a player ages, you can retain them for a better test, which is more respectful, where they get it. It's a win-win, right? When aging players, no matter how bigger format they, how many accolades they make, especially batsmen, if they are respected in test cricket, that they find it more valuable than any ODI man of the series or test T20 man of the series. Being respected in test cricket, scoring centuries outside of India or test centuries are always remembered, because your names are written on the board, on, right, in
That's true.
those
I
galleries.
agree on.
So
Yeah, I
people,
agree on it.
what my thoughts are, when players are aging, you should try to see. First question should be: do you think they're good for they're test fit? If they're test fit, move them to a test matches, move them to test only specific. T20 should always be like a fresh in and out. It should be a
The fresh
transition.
blood.
It should be
The
an
fresh
entry.
blood.
It should be entry format for all fresh players. And you should not keep players who have played more than three T20 World Cup. Look, everybody should have. There should be a limit on a person playing T20 World Cup. If you look at Dhoni, he played 8 T20 World Cups, which is wrong. Right? So for T20, even Jemima Rodriguez, I wanted to say this earlier, but I don't like to see her in T20, because thing is, she never plays over 100 strike rate in any format.
Yes.
Ever since I've been following her for 5 years, I was very disappointed. She was in and out of the squad. She even went to Big Bash, women's Big Bash in Australia. She played well. She gets along very well. She's a nice, fine player. She's a fine team player. But in the ODI World Cup we won last year, she was getting dropped in the middle. She only play. They brought him back in the playoffs, in the semifinals too, because the others were not playing well. So it's not. She played the semifinal not
Shafali
because,
Sharma was injured.
right.
Shafali Sharma was injured, so we
No.
did not have any option to get it.
Okay.
Shafali
Okay.
Sharma was injured.
Shafali Verma or Sharma? Is there a Sharma also?
Sharma. Sharma, yeah.
No. See, Shafali. No. This Richa Ghosh was injured. Richa Ghosh.
No,
Uh,
Richa Ghosh is a wicket keeper. She was there till the end, if you can check. In place
so
of Shafali, they bought. Let me also check few things. In
India's.
whose place was Jamima Rodriguez?
So Shafali was brought only for the final. He was not in the squad.
Yeah,
I mean,
she was brought into the final, and Jamima Rodriguez was brought in place of. Uh,
she didn't. There was a player called Pratika Rawat, I think, who scored a century in the group
yeah,
matches,
Pratika Rawat. She was injured. Yes.
and Shefali replaced her in the only for the final, and she played really well.
And the wonderful moment is when I mean, the medals were given. The medal was not given to, it was given to 15 players. And Pratika, I mean, the player that was injured, what's her name? Just now you said
Pratika Rawat.
Pratika.
Hmm.
Pratika Rawat, she did not get any medal. So Shapali shared that medal with her. That's the spirit, game spirit again, that team carries.
Yeah. So yeah, this I think maybe you're right. India at first hand should have got an all rounder. But other thing I want to mention is India. Jamie players. I was the couple of points I made was players should not play more than two T20 World Cup. If they haven't won it in the two chances they are given, they should not be. Because why I would say why I don't recommend them giving third chance is because you have a women's Premier League, right? Everybody's investing. Players, young players from every association are
Emerging
getting represented,
players.
right? There are emerging players. They are waiting for to get into the Indian squad, and T20 should be the first train they should be getting on, and that
Let us
train
take
should
an
be.
example of Vaibhav Suryavanshi, who got a chance to play at 15 years. Today, I guess, in today's match, he made in 11 balls 50 runs. He broke the world record. I'm not comparing with women, but emerging players. So they would have bought the fresh blood.
Yeah. So even in men's and T20s, I always say you should not give anybody more than three chances. If they have one already, if they are really they're still having that T20 talent. T20 talent is different. T20 talent, I can talk deep, but T20 talent, I would say term it as different than ODI or Test. But if they have it, still have it, T20 talent, we'll keep them. But otherwise, if they haven't won it two times, we have to move on from them. We simply have to move on, give others a chance, because we have to be fair, right? It's like a competitive exam. Why are you having competitive exam like a Premier Leagues? Because you are promising them that, hey, if you play well, you're going to get chances to Indian squad, right? What is the format of the Premier League? The whole purpose of Premier Leagues was to grow in rising to get to identify rising talent, emerging talent, right? But the what
Correct.
and on the premise that you will only play four foreign players, so they can watch and observe and help them. But not necessarily you have to play all four foreign players all the time, every match. You have an option to only never not play four at all, four foreign players, or you can play maybe two or one. But I always see these franchises misusing that quota and playing them all the time, right? Even though Indian talent is not playing. For example, I tell you one thing I researched. There's a Andhra women's cricketer called Trisha Gonguda. She is the India under 19 under 19's highest run scorer, 340 runs something. And then, but still, she was bought by UP Warriors for women's cricket, and she didn't play much matches. And why I was look for how I came across this player was I found that only Shefali Verma and maybe Richa Ghosh and Harmanpreet are the three players who play above 120 or 140 strike rate. Rest of the Indian batting always like keeps swimming around 100 to less than 100 or
Below
120
100.
something.
Below 100. Below
Below
100.
100. But I was looking for people players who are power hitters, but I couldn't see one. Then I came across Trisha, and they're like, okay, we have Trisha. Then I came across this other player called this opener for RCB. She is called Gautami Naik. Very very tall, very athletic player. She opens for RCB with Smriti Mandana, right? And I saw she's a very proper batsman. She's a proper batsman, not a power hitter. But my question and what I'm suggesting and bringing out here, Chris, is if why do you have if you have players like Jemima Rodriguez, who's playing never above 100 strike rate or right? Why do you want to use her when you have other talent also available who can play when you have a pool of too many players who can play the same strike rate? Why do you want to keep playing the same player over and over again? Right? What new does it bring in? Do you think playing her again and again brings you will improve her strike rate? No, right? Then if you have the same strike rate players available down in the Premier Leagues, why can't you use them? You're giving them a chance, right? You have to create so much talent that you should be able to rotate them and get the best out of them. Like you have to create a competing pool of players after you select them to Indian team. Right now, if you look at Indian men's team, you probably have 25 to 30 Indian players you can choose for. You can many foreign cricketers or Indian experts have also said India can create three international teams. That's the pool of players that are available who have already played for Indian international team. Right? They're eligible. They're already
Agreed on.
played. They're proven. But women's cricket team is doing it, but I'm still saying they can still do better. I'm saying I'm not saying they're not doing better. The selection is not bad, but they can still do better. This friends quota, this Harmanpreet, Smithy, Javima, this friendship is good as long as you're all playing. But at the same time, you should also know that you cannot play one format for too long. Smriti, Harmanpreet, and Jemima should also move on. They cannot be keep playing T20 because they think or they're projecting that we without us there will be no team, no player. No, RCB has won. Smriti has won it 2 times. Smriti
Yes,
can
two
also
times.
captain. What is the point of winning a Premier League 2 times with and not getting a captaincy opportunity? Right? You should also.
She's a vice captain
Smriti
now.
is the captain of RCB team. What I'm suggesting is
RCB. Yeah.
So what I'm suggesting is Harmanpreet has won the ODI World Cup, which I was very happy for her. She should have won more T20 also. But I hope after this she can give others also an opportunity. And like Smriti, who has already won two, if somebody's proven right in captaincy, they should be given
Unlike Rohit
captaincy.
Sharma, unlike Rohit Sharma, unlike Dhoni, they have given chances to others now. Surya Kumar Yadav. Let's take those examples as well. Not
I think the
feminism.
women's Indian men's team, the way they transitioned captaincy is very very bad. All of them are very bad. Every transition is very bad. I can go on and on for about that on a separate topic, but that's how it is, right? Women's T20 pays. The problem, Chris, is that T20 pays. The money in T20 is lot. But the lot of the players,
Yes.
Indian men's players also were not reluctant in giving up the Indian men's T20 opportunity the positions is because if they give up on the T20 international T20 place, their IPL places the positions will be impacted, and
Impacted.
the money is in the
True.
play
Agreed
Premier
on.
League, right? So they tend to hold on to these positions in the Indian T20 squad so they can still get the big fat paycheck in the Premier Leagues.
So, what do you think of all three matches that we have played still now? All the three matches. What was the? How do you analyze them?
I think the first
What
match
is
with
your point of
Pakistan
view?
was very predictable. Look, we have a Premier League. Our squad is very strong. On the we are. It was very easily predictable. There was no competition at all with Pakistan. I don't know why they came up with this argument and fighting in the one, but it's never they were never going to win. The money we have,
That's
the
true.
Indian team has put in so much money that and the women's players are actually also getting equal pay as men's, right? So
True.
why shouldn't
No,
we win?
no,
You tell me. So if they
no,
don't win,
no, no.
then
I
everything is at
want to know
stake for them.
your analysis on the three matches. What was the best? What was the worst? Now, see, for me, five to ten on Deepthi Sharma. Out of her five, out of she has taken 5 wickets with only 10 runs conceded with 14 dot balls. That was amazing. And it was like Harmanpreet was taking. She has taken 3 catches just within the 60 yards in when we were when we were playing against Pakistan. So it was like there were no power hitters for them. So that could be one possibility. I don't want to say anything about Pakistan. That would be again a controversy. So let's not do that. But I'm just asking your viewpoint of view. How do you think that what went wrong with and what dominated? We dominated with.
Yeah, I think the score was what 180 something, right? It was still a 9 run rate batting. We batted first. We scored at
Yes.
right? And how much did we scored what 180, right?
Yeah. We scored around 180. Yeah.
Yeah,
Correct.
it was a 9 run rate. I think it was an okay batting. But bowling definitely was great. Harmanpreet's, I mean, the spin, but Pakistan never had it. I never expected Pakistan to even win. It was an easy. It was very predictable. I wasn't really surprised. I don't know why the match was so hyped in first place because there was no competition. There's no rivalry at all in women's cricket. Indians cricket team, women's cricket team is way ahead. There shouldn't be any rivalry at all. The women's Pakistan team is. I know their social media is active. They're doing a lot of reels. Even yesterday, I saw a reel where they're discussing how to celebrate after they take a wicket. It's all like comical for me because they're not
Comical for
performing.
you.
Yeah,
You
I think
don't
the important
perform,
game
but you
was
want to
today.
celebrate it.
Yeah, the game with Netherlands. I thought India did well. We scored 200 something. I thought we did well.
200 odd runs.
Yeah, because Netherlands, I
209.
know these smaller Netherlands, especially. I know for a long time is Netherlands. They always have medium paces. They have very slow bowlers. They may not have spin specialists, but they have lot of slow bowlers. And how India came up, how India loved treating these slow bowlers was really good to watch. But the thing was today also I was expecting Morrison Cap also slow to medium. I thought India would have handled her, but they were bowling wicket to wicket. Something that Ganguly does. Ganguly was also a slow medium pace bowler. But
Medium
what he
pace
would
ball.
occasionally do is in between like third or fourth ball, he would bowl a wicket to wicket straight ball. That would the batsman would catch would be surprised by that straight ball straight on, and he would go LBW out. And that's what happened today
Uh,
also.
in today's
Yastika
match, did you
Bhatia.
see Richard in not Bhatia, Bhatia's wicket or someone's wicket? I don't recall the name. There were two successful reviews. There was one review which was very successful for Richa Ghosh.
Um, See, I think the two reviews I saw was Shefali Verma getting caught with her gloves,
Yeah, Shafali Verma caughting on the glove.
and
That
the
was the game changer.
other
Other
review I
was
don't remember.
Yashika. Yashika.
Yastika's LBW, the ball straight
Yes.
on. I thought she
Yes.
played really well. I thought that move. I thought she can do. She should continue as number three. I really liked her batting today. She accelerates the innings. Unlike Jemima who just plays 6 run rate, but Yastika can carry on. I think you have to keep experimenting, right? Say, Chris. I like experimentation. If you think you're not best, if you think you're not satisfied, you should keep experimenting. And that's what I like about. Even though we lost, I love today that Richa Ghosh came little down the order so she can slog at the end, but she couldn't.
Richa
She
Ghosh
could.
is playing wonderful cricket since I've been watching her since last year. So she has been playing, dominating at the bottom. I mean, at the fifth down or sixth down, she's been dominating at the end, and she's being a good partnership. She's building up the partnership, rotating strike and hitting on sixes whenever the ball is coming up to her. I mean to say one thing. That is one good thing that Richa Ghosh is doing.
Yeah, Richa Ghosh, sad that she couldn't take it much deeper. I think she got out on. She got out today. Probably, I think that was the last wicket in 19th over. But she played 14 balls. I think she could have slogged much more. But I think the Pacers really. I thought really the ball was really coming fast. I think that's where the problem was. I think if you look at their it was the pitch was predictable that it would get slower in the second half, and that's what happened. They scored 25 runs only in the power play, right? The South
See,
African team.
what I think is India went with the mindset that we would go ahead and go with spinners. The reason behind it, Deepti Sharma and Sri Sharni, who played, they're almost like spinners considering. Even Deepti Sharma is kind of a spinner, not that fast bowler. And Sri Sharni, who took four wickets in 19, 4 for 19 in for Netherlands against Netherlands, she was amazing. They thought that they predicted that this could be the same track, but it turned out to be different track altogether.
Yeah, obviously they should have known this is different. This is a fresh pitch. How can they expect this to be same track? It was never going to be same. Um,
It's not always the same. You need to always it changes. So I guess we need to understand that it is always, and moreover comparison, as you said that we are gonna play against Australia head to head matches. It's only 31 matches we have played. I mean 40 matches, and out of which 31 Australia have won and India has won only 9. Now this would be a challenging for India, and it is crucial for India to win that match.
Yeah, of course. I was really impressed with Sricharani. I think you mentioned she took 4 wickets, 4 for 19 versus Netherlands,
Yes,
and today also she took the first two early wickets, but we could not capitalize from there on.
correct.
And the wicket of the captain, I thought the bold, there was a bold second wicket. Sorry, the she took the second wicket today. That's the way she bowled that Dirksen. And Dirksen plays for I saw she plays for some team. Um, yeah, that bowl was typical training practice wickets. If you go, if you when you're in a training or coaching, when you are practicing in the practice sessions, they tell the spinner you have to only aim for one stump, and that's how she being a left arm, and left arm off spinner means that's a for right armer it's a leg spin, right? And she's
Uh,
bowling to the leg stump, and then it coming inside for a right hander.
yeah,
So it hit the right off stump, and it was a perfect. If you seen the reviews,
it's a
the
leg
ball
break.
hit the
It's
top
a
of
leg
the
break.
off stump. It hit the top of the off stump, which was so good. But and also Sri later she came on and took another one. I thought right. She took I thought she took 3 wickets. Yeah, she took 3 wickets. She
Yes,
was
three
4 for 24.
wickets.
She had 14 dot balls. Right.
Yeah.
She had 14 dot balls. Shefali after that had 11 dot balls. But the sad part is Deepti Sharma this match 0 wickets, 44 runs, only five no, no, what is that dot balls, right? Even the
See,
last match
every
Netherlands.
I wouldn't say every day is a Sunday, but Deepti Sharma is always amazing to me. Trust me, she has been delivering in every match, and today it was all Sri Charni who delivered it. Okay, and she was awesome. Today she was awesome,
Yeah,
and Sri
Deepti Sharma,
Charni.
even in Netherlands match, sorry to cut you, she with Netherlands match, she gave away 26 runs and for 1 wicket, right? And
That's quite good economy
that's 8 run rate. She gave 8.6 per over.
in a T20. 8 run rate is a good run rate, good economy, right?
No, for women's cricket,
Mm.
I would say 7 is okay. 7 is good. 7 is good. Anything above 7 is bad for women's cricket.
And I don't know why we are using Arundhati Reddy. I shouldn't say this being. I haven't seen her performing anytime this. I mean, from 2005 to 2000, sorry, 2025 to 2026. Why we are using her as a bowler? I've seen her stats, Arundhati Reddy stats. Uh, they're not much interesting. Can you look at it once if you want to have a
Let
glance?
let me take a look. So she played 11 matches,
Stats
11
from
ODIs,
2025.
15
Yeah.
wickets, which is good. 11 ODI matches, 15 wickets, 4 for 26 are
Let's.
best.
No,
Economy
I'm
of
talking
5.
about the T20, T20,
Okay, let's look at
T20.
T20, 11 matches, and then, sorry, 54 matches, T20, internationals, 54. So quite a lot.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
Good
what did she
experience.
do? She took 48 wickets with an economy of 7.8. So she gives away runs a bit. Like I said, in my opinion, 7 is average. So she goes, and then she took, yeah, what else? 4 for 22 is her best. So for
Instead
48
of her,
wickets.
we have couple of all rounders. Like my suggestion, like we why don't we go with a couple of all rounders? At least see we only have one all rounder now. I can say Harmanpreet Kaur is the only one all rounder who can bat at number 6 or number 5.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
You don't have anyone. You
So
don't have
what's your
anyone.
prediction on semi-finals? Who do you think out of the group A, do you think India will beat Australia and then make it to semi-finals?
Yes, definitely India will beat Australia and they will go to semi-finals, and the finals would be India versus England.
You saying India will beat England? It's because
No,
the thing is,
the
even if
finals.
India wins, I think Chris, Australia has a better run rate, right?
No,
So if India has to beat Australia, it's either India or Australia going. So Australia being having more runs, net run rate, Australia will be table topper, and India would be second. So which means India would be playing England in the group in the semifinals.
no. If we look at this, if we look at this tags, if West Indies are topping the chart, then that would be a different story, right? We have two more matches. That is what I meant to say. We have two more matches to decide. If West Indies is gonna be top, so Australia would be playing against West Indies. India would be playing against Australia would play against England, and West Indies India. That is my opinion now.
So the winner of Group One will play the runner-up of Group Two. It will be one
Yeah,
A1
that's what.
versus B2.
Yeah, A1 versus B2. So A1 is, or let's consider Australia as A1. B2, let's consider is a my in my opinion England. That is what I want to be. And A2 is India, and A1 is West Indies.
So the next match is England versus West Indies, and this is happening 22nd. This is actually 24th. June 24th is England versus West Indies. Are you saying West Indies will win this match? This is
Yes,
England's
West
home
Indies.
ground, by the way. This is home advantage.
Home advantage, but you cannot predict. You can't predict about West Indies. I am because I know how they play. I am sure that they are gonna make it this time at least.
Okay, all
Looking
right,
at
but
the performance, see they have won the matches against good teams, not the worst team. They have right. They have won the match against good teams like New Zealand, Ireland, women. They have won it. No, they have won it against Scotland and New Zealand and Sri Lanka.
yeah.
Three states.
Well, I think England will win against West Indies, and England will remain table topper. So I feel England, regardless of India or South Africa, I feel Chris that England will move on to finals. I think it will be an England versus Australia final.
That shouldn't be there. That again goes to Ashes. It would be like a rivalry coming back again.
Yeah, I think that's my prediction. England versus Australia, and I think England might win. Why? Because Australia is slightly weak because of their captain Meg Lanning retiring. Else Perry is captaining the squad, or no? Else Perry is there, but I think I find England more stronger. England have the
England
home
is
advantage.
always home
I
advantage, but you also need to understand the stats that now at looking at these conditions, looking at the conditions, toss plays a major role. You need to agree on it. And moreover, West Indies team, no one expected. They were underdogs, right? Even we were considered as underdogs at some point of time, Indians. So you cannot predict it, but your prediction is yours. My opinion is mine. So I'm expecting it to be India versus England.
Yeah, I think when I look at the number of teams that won the T20 World Cup, I see that England has won it only once, inaugural one, 2009. I see Australia has won it one, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, six times. Australia has won it six times. India has not won it yet. New Zealand has won it once. West Indies has won it once. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I I I want England to win. Mm. Because last time England won was also in England, by the way, 2009. So
Way back
hopefully
2000.
Australia has been really strong. I think, but the last World Cup, New Zealand won this. Last World Cup, New Zealand. I remember. I think I just recollect. Last World Cup, T20 World Cup, New Zealand. There were two new finalists, by the way, New Zealand and South Africa. I remember there was a lot of talk, and everybody was cheering that so at least South Africa will win their first big tournament. But sadly, they're termed as chokers. They lost this World Cup, a World Cup also. New Zealand
But
won
if
it
you look
last
at
time.
yesterday's match, just look at the yesterday's match, Sri Lanka and West Indies, uh, 98 runs all out.
Who's that? Yeah, that's Sri Lanka.
Yeah. So think you need to even think about that, how West Indies is playing, right? So that is what I was talking to you, that 98, the lowest score of this entire World Cup is 98.
Yeah, yeah. No, I know. Look, it's because Sri Lanka. You should see New Zealand's batting. I watched. I rate them by the strength of their batting. Women's cricket bowling is not that strong. Batting and women's batting. If you look at Marizan Cap's batting today, one thing you'll see
Oh,
her batting
it
was
was
very
brutal.
close to
It
men's
was
batting.
brutal.
She didn't
She
have.
was like
She,
she
she
was
didn't
like
have.
hitting she was hitting all the way towards ground. All the way, she wanted to just, she was more aggressive, and I felt that she wanted to hit out of the park every ball. And she already started celebrating it at one point of time when it was 10 runs required.
Yeah, her batting. I was saying that she doesn't have a big backlift. In fact, no, she didn't
Yeah.
play with much backlift at all. She was just playing forward without any backlift because women's cricket the ball is not coming on fast, and she knew that. And India played four spinners, and she didn't need to have a big backlift. That eliminates you from hitting close to the body when you're not having a big backlift. You have an option to play your foot forward and hit harder because the ball travels faster when you're hitting the contact is away from your body, and that can only happen when you have a low backlift or no backlift. People like why the older cricketers, even the Mitali Raj, um, people from the 90s, older
Yeah.
generation, they have a very big backlift. When the ball, when they're watching the ball, you see the bat is also watching. So bat is here, right? The backlift is still there because ball is traveling faster in this. These are heavy balls, leather balls. They travel once it pitches, it travels even more faster. So what happens is when your backlift is still here, your timing is missing, and where you contact the ball matters how far the ball is gonna go and how much the weight is transferred to the ball. So that is why modern T20 players, they even though they stance in the stands they have a bat lifted, right? But they don't have a backlift when they are watching when the after the just the time of ball is released. They're very their backlift is always ready for the slog. So that's the difference between the older generation players and the T20 batsmen, T20 successful T20 hitters.
So
They
if
are
I
always
ask
ready.
you,
The
let's say,
backlift is already started. As soon as the ball is released, the backlift has transferred the weight. The weight has transferred over, and they're ready for the hit.
so now if I ask you the conditions about playing with four spinners and one pacer against six-time World Cup winners, Australia, what would be your opinion?
Uh yeah, I would still want India to win because yeah,
No, no,
it's
I'm
sympathy
talking
here.
about going with four spinners and only one pacer.
Hmm.
Right
No,
now,
no,
we are going with only, that's not the right option, right?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, and we opened the bowling with Shefali too, right? We first over Shefali bowled this
Shefali,
whole
yes.
this whole spin over reliance on spin is not good, Chris. I think we should pace is pace. If I tell you something very traditional is in cricket on older times, spin was taking a wicket through spin was considered humiliating. Even in it's considered gentleman's game. Taking hitting runs on the leg side was considered up. They would apologize for hitting runs on the leg side or even the fine leg. If there's a you had a
Fine
nick,
leg, yeah.
even if you had a nick, right? You would apologize and say sorry.
I
I
agree
just
on it.
hit it. They would not take a run. They would not take singles or any. They would not run for it, right?
No,
Spin
I have
was
never
optional.
seen that,
The
but
original
I
way,
understand that.
yeah, the traditional way of taking wicket is always pace. Spin is an optional. We in Indians have enjoyed it, and we feel we are overdoing it too much. And
That is the reason.
pace
That
is
is
the
the reason I
original
was
way.
asking you. If you were in Harmanpreet's core place, what would you make the change?
So, sorry, Chris. If the pitch is old and it has cracks, I would go for the spinners. If it is a fresh pitch as today, I would play at least three bowlers. Even while we already have two
We are
pacers,
playing with
maybe we'll go for
Australia
a
at we are playing with Australia at which ground?
so the final. Let's see where the final is. Right?
Well, final is in Lords
Yeah.
Oval.
So yeah, I don't know if we can predict what kind of which pitch they will use. Right? Will they use a reused pitch or a fresh pitch? We can't say.
We are using Lords. We are going with Lords pitch in London.
But yeah,
28th.
so in every ground they'll have at least a minimum of three pitches going on, Chris, because they'll use it. They'll be using some for practice sessions closer to the end, but they'll always have three pitches, minimum of two running all the time as a backup.
Yeah, all the day. Yeah.
But which one they choose depends on the yeah the on the win the team on the home team.
Yeah, agreed on it, and even differs on the home team as well.
So we can't predict which pitch they but yeah, if India does, I would say if it's an old pitch, it's cracked, cracked. You go for spinners. If that's the case, India have a chance. If they're going for a pace fresh pitch, India might not have a chance. But I don't think India might even come to the finals. Up till yesterday, I was very optimistic India would has a good chance of winning this first T20, but today they lost it. Uh,
So now
but it,
my prediction for playing 11 for Australia is Smriti Mandhana, Shafali, Jemima Rodriguez, Harmanpreet Kaur, Richa Ghosh, Deepti Sharma, Radha Yadav, either Sri Charni, Prema Rawat, Kranti God, who was dropped today. She's a medium pacer, okay? And Renuka Singh Thakur. She's a premium fast bowler.
yeah, I know Thakur. Yeah,
So
yeah,
this is
I
my
don't know.
team. This is my 11 that I can suggest for now.
Yeah, I know Deepti Sharma is an all rounder, but in case of who played today, in
See,
case of in the play,
here you have an option. If you look at the squad, what I told you, Smriti Mandhana or Shafali Verma. Shafali Verma is a part-time bowler, and all-rounder Deepti Sharma will come in. Radha Yadav will come in as a left-arm spinner, and Sri Charni, as usual, tactical slot. So no need to worry on it. And leg spinner with Prema Rawat, and you have a medium pacer, this Kranti God, and you have one fast bowler, premium fast bowler for you.
yeah, I think I would take this squad except with Prema Rawat. I would play Thakur, the one you said. I would play her. Keep this same
Okay.
squad.
So let's hope someone is listening. I mean, this is the team that is gonna play because the case of four spinners, okay, in lots especially, there's a lot of bounce. We have seen it in the past. And I've gone through few of the stats wherein it clearly shows that pace plays a major role at Lords.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we need three pacers. We have Arundhati and Nandini. We need that. We need Thakur, three pacers, and then Sri Charani and Shefali. Shefali, I would consider part-time spinner, but Shefali and Deepthi. Sorry.
She's
Uh,
I consider as like a wicket taking bowler. She can take wickets whenever needed.
yeah, but sadly it didn't work out. It's not working out in this World Cup. But yeah, it's let's hope it goes our way. Yeah, if India does qualify, I would still root for India. I hope they listen to somebody listens to our conversation and helps them in selection. But yeah, thank you. I think we had a good discussion, Srini, Chris. Uh, let's end this discussion today.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
talk
sure.
more. We'll talk maybe talk on other subjects. Huh?
Yeah, sure. And guys, please do subscribe our channel. We are here, Sunny and Chris, on Friends and Bends.
Friends and bends. Yes, friends talking about deep dive conversations on cricket and any sports. So please listen in. Please join in. Share your comments. Tell us what do you think. And yeah, let's connect. Please subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.